Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy
They
there.
got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughened him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
9 out of 10 judges prefer watching the Recovery Addict live stream in their courtroom.
The fireworks are not done.
Now we're doing commentary on the case.
Dati mihi Anglican Marine Service Latina.
Is that correct?
I didn't ask you to interrupt from Sam.
I'm not sure if any of that works, but we're here now. Welcome back to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict. Thank you very much. Now is my tongue numb? No, my tongue is doing much better. I will tell you, my wife went out and bought a bunch of creamies. And if you haven't eaten a creamy, oh my goodness, it's a delicious dairy popsicle. Flavored dairy popsicle. I had the cookies and cream one, and I ate it a little too fast. My brain freeze is still a little bit in effect. It was yummy. It was really good. I'm missing chat. Hang on one second. There we go. All right, here we go. All right, good afternoon. Welcome, especially welcome to Kim R. Congratulations, first in chat yet again. I had cookies and cream. That was the flavor, by the way, Karina. Cookies and cream, creamy, and it was so good. Although I think my wife did buy every available flavor at the store. So we have like mint, chocolate covered mint. We've got peach, the regular, the banana chocolate, and what's the other one? Strawberry. We've got like 7 boxes plus the variety pack. So, anyway, I will eat more of those later, and it's okay because I had a big salad, so it offsets eating a lot of junk food. All right, we're going to be coming back to court here in a few minutes. We've got probably about 19 minutes or so before everything happens. Are these sold everywhere in the USA? No. That's why we're eating them when they're here. We couldn't get them back east. I believe they were manufactured here in state. I think it's a local product. So maybe we'll get the box. I'll see if I can get one of the kids to bring the box in so I can show you. Hold on. So you'll believe me. That's it. I'll need the evidence. I used the local intercom system and yelled. I think someone's bringing one. All right. Just one so we can show it. Oh, there we go. That works. Let's see. Which one's live? That one's live. There we go. So here's the box. It says creamies. Oh, I need to change the focus 1 second, or you'll never be able to read it like that. Okay, creamies right here. Focus. Premium ice cream, cookies and cream. That's one I had. Look, it's open. That's because I ate one. Also, we got the strawberry. I think this is yogurt. Strawberry yogurt. If you need the barcode, there it is. There's the barcode. I meant that might help you. You can like scan it and see if it's available on Amazon. I doubt it because they're frozen. I mean, how are they going to ship it? And because they're frozen and now they're in here, I'm going to have to eat these before they freeze. This was a forethought on my part. These are so good. I don't know who made these. In college, my professor, my finance professor, was like the CFO of this factory. And every week he would bring in this massive, like a Yeti, those big white coolers, the ones that you can like fit a body in. You guys know the ones. With dry ice, packed in dry ice, and all these flavors of creamies that had not been released yet. Like the ones that we're testing from the factory, like, oh, we're experimenting with some flavors, and we were like the guinea pigs. And so we would all just eat creamies all class long while he's teaching us financial principles. I don't remember anything about the finances, but man, did I love creamies now. They're so good. Okay. I'm going to do the hard thing and have them sent back into the freezer instead of eating them myself. All right. Peaches and cream. Yes, I've tried that one. I don't know if they've ever released that one, but we do have a peach one. I saw a comment somewhere. Weatherwatch made a $5 bet that I had taken a nap and forgot about the live stream somewhere. How do I call that in? Not just kidding. I saw that. No, it was honestly, I was eating the banana ones are delicious. Mm-mm. The mint truffles, those are also local products. It's called Utah Truffle Company, I think is what it is. We're just sampling all the local favorites. Do I have 718 to share? I think we could probably cover most of you with what we bought today. Cherry dipped in chocolate. Have to try it. Mm-mm. Salad comes before dessert. New slogan. They're really good. It's a dairy popsicle. So it's a creamy, it's like ice cream on a stick is what it is. And it's so delicious. It's so good. Just smooth. Not a sponsor yet. Yet, Rick. Can I say that? A handy single serving box, just my size. 6 volt. You're a man after my own heart. Mel, I'm sorry. They ship out in dry ice. They do it? Creamies are amazing. They need to be a sponsor then. I spy an unmade bed. Yes. Where? Okay, my site is unmade, but I didn't have that in the picture. Oh, you can see it. You can see it right there. Now I'm in trouble. Right, we've got to switch to this view then. There we go. Now you can't see it anymore. It's like it's mostly made. The pillow's like not fluffed and propped and everything, and the blanket's like a little bit wrinkled. That's all. Other than that, it's a made bed. Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. Mm-hmm. The kids are going to Amazon this afternoon. They're doing a tour of the Amazon distribution center, which is crazy because they have all these robots that look like pallets. Kid you not, they're like these pallets that drive around on the ground, and they can be stacked really high with all these crates, and they all just navigate around and maze. You know, it's amazing how it works actually. So, all right, Canadians can't get them. Bummer. Morgan Larisic, welcome to the gallery. Brand new member, Morgan. We probably should have told you this before, but coming in through the door is a one-time thing, only because you can't ever leave. You're one of us now, so hope you enjoy it here. You're among friends, though. You're among friends. I went to the Walmart distribution center. I used to sell the metal roofing that goes on top of the big Walmart warehouse buildings, the huge, like 60,000 square foot places. 120,000. They're massive. It's like football fields fit inside them. But I've seen those. Now I have to fix the bed. Yes, I'll do that when we have a tiny little break. Do not have a break quite yet. We're going to be jumping down to court as soon as it begins. And it's been a bit of a slow day today, and it might actually be a quick early out for the rest of us as well, because the defense was not ready for today. They weren't ready to take over the case today. They thought that the prosecution would take a little bit longer, and they didn't. And so now they've had to use the witnesses that are available early. Those are people who are local or who might have flown in early, and then we'll start the rest of their schedule. Sort of like it might get busier later in the week, which is a little weird. Cue the Walmart soundbite. Do I have a Walmart soundbite somewhere?
In front of the Walmart.
There you go. Another chatter mentioned Gossner's off the middle of nowhere. How's the hot tub? Does not work, Selena. We have figured this out. We have filled the hot tub. It is a kiddie pool with seats is what we have right now. A deep kiddie pool with seats. What we're doing, I hope we get some money off of our rental, because we're cleaning their hot tub now. So we've filled the hot tub full of water. Now we're using the hose reverse system with a siphon to use it as a vacuum to suck out dirt, debris, or anything that's floating in the water. And once it's drained, we'll fill it again, and then we'll just have our kiddie pool, I guess, non-heated, but that's okay. It's a dunk tub. Yeah. The fact is, we've asked over and over for them to fix it, and instead all they did was show up, knock on the door without warning, and say, hey, we're here to get our stuff because we're going on vacation. And that's it. Karina, they used to be made in Cache Valley. I don't know if they still are. I know there's the Fat Boy ice cream sandwiches are, but I think Creamy's moved somewhere else. Now, I mean, there are some great factories up in Cache Valley, Utah. For instance, what's that one? You've got Camp Chef that makes the cooking, the big grills and stuff for camping. And then there's that, I think it's Blackstone Grill. That's made in Cache Valley, Utah. Fun story. The guy that made Blackstone Grill used to work at Camp Chef. They had a disagreement. He split off, and then he built Blackstone Grill, direct competitor, and he built like 3 warehouses all around Camp Chef's headquarters. So they're literally based right next to each other. They also have Pepperidge Farms. They're the company that makes Goldfish. That's up there as well. You need to put in a claim with Airbnb for a non-working hot tub claim. I don't know, it's not a make it or break it thing for us. We did choose it because it had this. It's just making human broth with poop particle seasoning. Psychosaurus. You make it sound unappetizing. Love our Blackstone flat top. They make the best flat top grill in the world. They're really, really good. Crumble cookies. I do. I have had crumble cookies. All right, I think we're getting close. Who are we showing? 8. Let's keep audio on 8. Quartz, a little bit of a hiss. That's all we get. I'm going to turn that down a little bit because that bugs me. There we go. Turn that one off. All right. Have you ever tried insomnia cookies? Is that what cookies you eat when you have insomnia, or is that actually a brand? You need to think of those who rent after you. That's what the review is for. They will find out for sure. Why am I blurry? Because I pushed the button so you could see the creamies. Hang on. Is that better? Am I in focus, or is that? Normally the camera's closer to me when I film, so I take up more of the picture. But let's see. Lara Pertula, welcome to the gallery. Lara, thank you very much. I love that orange courthouse by your name. It looks absolutely great. Not a fan of crumble cookies. I'm not a fan of the price of crumble cookies. I think they've got a good product, but man, do they love them. They really think they're the best thing. Chocolate muffins served at the Olympic Village. Where do they get them? I don't know what that's a reference to. All right. It says they're still made there. Then we might go tour the factory and buy some more. New York Times just released a recipe for the Olympic Muffin Man muffins. They must be good. Crumble literally crumbles in your mouth, weird texture thing. I guess if you have a flaw in your product and you spin it with social media and ads as a feature, I guess you can make some money. So Crumble Cookies has it figured out. $5. I can get a whole bag of what we call quantity cookies. It's like the cheap version of Oreos for $5. Anyway, love food. Love food, as you guys know. I'm a big fan. Big fan of food. All right, we're gonna kick off talking about Robert Tellis, which is good because it's his turn. Defense is up when it comes to case in chief. The state has presented just a ton of evidence, and it hasn't been the most drama-filled, flashy presentation, but it's been relentless, just brick upon brick as they've built their case. And try as they might, and you got to give the defense credit, they did try. They have not been able to discredit or disprove any of that evidence that's been presented. Brian and Jill says, Recovery Addict will text Burner with one for info, but we want to invite all of you to Snow Basin on Saturday for their concert, food, and market. Dino Park, maybe? Dino Park's in Ogden. That's not far from me. Let's see. Snow Basin. Which one? Is Snow Basin up? Is that by Pineville or Pineview Reservoir? Or is that one of the ones up at Snowbird? I don't remember which ski resort that is. Ohio Palm Mom. Don't feel bad about getting a hot tub refund. They advertise and charge you for something that doesn't work. Food talk is not great for my diet. I can only do it because I'm full and I'm, it's good. I couldn't live without food. I just can't. I'm with you. Is it Deviance? Deviance More? Love the name. Want some spice as late but present. It might come in the form of defense. Some of the spiciness of this trial were some of the allegations of the affairs and things like that happened, and that was really glossed over in court, probably by pretrial ruling, because it is more prejudicial than probative. But let's see. Snow Basin is very close up Ogden Canyon. All right, so you just head up Ogden Canyon, take a left at the Pineview Dam, cross the dam, and then go up there by that area. Or is Snow Basin between like Morgan? Is that the one you go up through Morgan and over the mountain before you get to Pineview? Is that Snow Basin? I'm confused. Yeah, because it's like Deer Valley up there. It's been so long since first of all, I don't ski. Yes, I don't ski. It looks like an accident waiting to happen when I try to get on skis. Don't go left at the dam. Drive straight. Take a right up the hill. There at the peak. There you go. Not to be confused with Deer Park water. Right. It's different. I've got a fun story, actually. Maybe I can share this. I was taking a group of scouts, Boy Scouts, out camping at Snow Basin. Well, near Snow Basin. And they used to have what we called the yurt. It was a yurt that was owned by the Forest Service. And they just put it out there, and it was kept there year round. And people who are out snowshoeing and cross country skiing could use it as a warming hut. It had like a wood cabin stove, and people would come and chop wood and leave it stored there. And it was this big canvas yurt, massive thing. And we called the Forest Service and said, "Hey, we'd like to go up. It's October. It's cold, but there's no snow yet. We'd like to go up and stay in the yurt and everything." And I'm like, "Great, yep, sounds good." And so the next week we went up, and the trick was we were going to have the scouts just find the yurt on their own. We had the GPS coordinates, so we were going to drop them off up by Snow Basin, and they had to bushwhack and hike and find where the yurt was. And the leaders, we had our own tents. We were going to set and sleep somewhere else. And this was going to be their scouting trip where they were sort of doing things on their own, cooking for themselves, all that. We stayed close enough that we could tell, where they were, make sure they didn't get lost. And they found their way to where the yurt was. And when they got there, the yurt was gone. The Forest Service neglected to tell us that, hey, this is the week we're taking the yurt down, and there will be nothing there but just a dirt pad where the yurt used to be. So these boys who had planned on sleeping in a heated yurt where it's below freezing at night only had a couple tarps between them and a few sleeping bag each, and whatever gear they had brought. And so they came to us as leaders and said, "Hey, you guys told us there's a yurt. It's not there." And we looked at each other and we said, "Bummer." And we set up our tents and said, "Have fun." And we left them on their own. And they got together and figured out what to do. They built their own shelter. They may have chopped down a couple trees illegally. But they built their own shelter. They built their own fire. They had they cooked their own pizza over a fire. And granted, the flames are probably 15 feet high. I've got a picture of it. It's just like, it's a bonfire. And it froze that night, and they were all huddled up, camped underneath this big pine tree. They'd found a shelter and built a wall to block the wind and everything. And they wanted to stay another night. They loved it. Absolutely loved it. Anyway. Nobody got hurt. No injuries. Okay. Give me a second. I was supposed to use this time to get ready, but I'm not doing that apparently. So just one second. Shrink this one down. Lisa Maple says 16 months and I finally figured out this feature. Love this channel and the community. Well, Lisa, I expect monthly updates from you now, but congratulations on the 16 months. Thank you so much. Love the chicken in your profile picture. And I have to ask, have you ever done the little science trick where you hold the chicken in your hand? It has to be a live chicken. That's the one stipulation. It has to be a live chicken. And you take it and you move it around a little bit, and the head stays perfectly still. No matter where you move it, the head it doesn't move. It's the most effective gimbal in nature. I don't know how they do it, but science has been trying to make a gyro-stabilized gimbal for cameras that do just that ever since they discovered chickens have it figured out. All right. No scouts were injured during the trip. Yes, that was the goal as well. I watch camping videos on YouTube. I don't even like camping. It's much easier to like camping if you don't go. No shoes, no yurt, no service. All right. Yeah, why did they do that? I don't know. They just have, like, in the little tiny pea brain, the chicken, they can adjust for subtle movements. I guess it helps them find bugs. Kenda Decote says, what up, Lisa? I didn't know how to do this either. 9 months. You figured it out. You're teaching other people. You just strap a camera to a chicken. There you go, Dizzy Grenade. It's a cheap fix, but it's a fix. I like it. We need camera chickens. All right. No feed there. Here's good. There's good. There's good. All right. Camera chickens would have helped in Murdoch. It's a guinea. It's a guinea. It's not a chicken. Late but present says, I still don't know how to do monthly messages. Does anyone want to help us figure out? Eli Sui, I'm so sorry. I want to support membership, but cannot because health is so costly. I have vascular. Oh my goodness. I am sorry. Hey, just being here is enough. Just that is amazing. Thank you very much. If you would like to have an opportunity to be a member, there's a way you can turn on gift memberships, so it will enable your channel to receive a gift membership when one's given. So 6-volt bus, just type to the command. I'm going to highlight it on the screen. You just click on it in chat when you see it. And right here, there's a setting. You want to make sure the slider button is moved over to the right. That means that you're telling YouTube, I would be okay with receiving a gift membership on this channel. And when a gift comes in, it makes you eligible, and it doesn't mean you'll receive one, but it makes it possible to receive one. And you'd be amazed. It'll happen. Rebecca Zucks says, I finally have auto-renew on my membership, so I'm not leaving, I promise. Never. Thank you, Rebecca. Congratulations on the Yellow Courthouse, 6 months as well. Chat is hilarious. That's what I come for. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get a kink in my neck reading chat at that angle, so I'll move it down here. Kells Bells, another one who never knew. 7 months. We're figuring it out. How many more to 60K? The subscriber count is, let me find my mouse. I think we're like about 300. Well, 314 is the exact number. 314 more subscribers. That's somebody who just clicks the subscribe button by watching. It's free to do. So, yep, 314. I just got a membership message. I cannot read it. And you know who you are. No way. Thanks for sharing how to do this. It's a Pickles, Not Politics. It's also a family show, and I know the reference, so I just cannot read your name or put it on the screen. And I apologize, but yeah, we can't do that. Let's see. YouTube says 59.6. It's 59,686 is the exact number. Hundlover 3 gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much. Super generous gift right there. 5 more people just got to avoid the slow mode. Lisa Bassett, thank you very much. Also gifted 5 memberships. They're being handed out right now. We could get you to 59.7. I only need 14 more. I'm so close. Thank you. Guess YouTube fibs. Yep, it does. It rounds up. There was a time when YouTube did not want to let people know exactly how many subscribers they had, and content creators pushed back because YouTube said, "Hey, we've figured out it's not healthy for people who constantly watch their subscriber count." And I agree, it's not, because it goes up and down constantly, right? So you might post a video and lose 10 subscribers, and you're like, "What did I do? What did I say?" But they might have been bots that YouTube was just clearing away, and you just don't know. So YouTube tried to just round it off and show you every time you got it to the next 100 mark. And finally, they made it possible. See, I picked up another one. So it's 687 now. They made it possible for us to see it live again because everyone complained. Abby J gifted a membership. Thank you very much, Abby. We're going to have everybody in green here before court starts. Iris says, "Oh, I forgot to do my monthly message. Yay, I survived summer break. School starts tomorrow for our kids." Brando says, "This court is a joke." Brando, I hear you a little bit. Every time I sit there and look at the evidence that's being brought in, I look at this and say, why are we here? Why was this not pled out? Why was it not just a guilty? I'm having a hard time seeing the defense side on this one, and I realize I'm supposed to keep an open mind. But, man, we've got some compelling evidence. DNA, physical, camera, witness. We've got a lot of evidence that's just, it's piling up and it's deep. Creative B, Debbie says, "I can remember when you just had 5K subscribers." I can too, because you sent me a plaque when I hit that, and it's my favorite. I may in the future, possibly, if the YouTube blesses us appropriately, may get another plaque from them in the future, but it won't mean as much as that 5K plaque does that you sent to me. Thank you so much. That was the neatest thing. Plea deal must have been closed what he was going to get anyway, so why not roll the dice? The only thing they're betting on is that the prosecution messes up, that there's an error somewhere. I can't see anything else in this. The whole "it wasn't me" is not flying here. The what is that? The Shaggy defense. Lego My Briefs says, "Boss, we can't let a known unaliver of plants man the internet. She's Kim R. Kim R is a known criminal." Kim has, I think, confessed at some point to not being able to keep plants alive. But here she's in charge of the internet. Rules be rules. Lego My Briefs. I cannot strip her of that privilege, right, and punishment because she won it fair and square. Thank you, Debbie. Will you be sending a signed item again for Ian's next extra live stream? I'd love to. I'd like to get something up to him. See, does he like it to be received before he does it? Because last time I sent it out, and I wanted it to be faster, but I'd probably like to send something that is not size specific. Does that make sense? Something that someone can win. I can get it in the mail immediately. Because I felt so bad with having to, find out the size that somebody wanted and the style and sent it and where they wanted it signed and package it and then ship it. It was just a long delay. But very, very excited to be part of that last time. I'd love to do it again. Laura says, "Remember to smash the like button, everyone." Thank you, Laura. Thanks for the super chat as well. They caught me on camera. It wasn't me. They caught me on a second camera. It wasn't me. They caught me on a few dozen other cameras. It also wasn't me. PJ, subscriptions are free. Let's get to 60K. Best channel on YouTube. Thanks for everything you do and the equipment you've bought to benefit us. PJ, thank you for all the kind words. I try, but I have to say this community is wonderful, and I just try to keep up. My mom accidentally brought a spider egg sac into my house. You can imagine how that went. Am I now exempt from internet duty now? Robert Tellis tried to go pro se. This is correct. There was a point when he wanted to represent himself, and I believe he is a lawyer by trade. So he has knowledge of the court system, let's put it that way. And the judge told him, I think verbatim, "You're an idiot," or "You're stupid to do that," or something like that. And I think he requested the judge to be dismissed because of that. It was a whole back and forth. But basically, the judge was like, no, you're an idiot if you do that. And luckily, he took the judge's advice and hired his own lawyer. What time does court start? Thanks in advance, Robin. It starts 8 minutes ago, which is just par for the course there in Las Vegas. I'm going to search for creamies now, not sold in my state. Charmaine, I'm not sure if he was a civil lawyer. From his profession, like from his elected profession politically, that was something that would much more be involved in civil than criminal. So it makes sense that he has civil experience, working with real estate and all that. Court's on Vegas time. Everyone's stuck at the one-armed bandits. Virginia prosecution arrested the end of yesterday. We've had one witness so far for the defense, and we're waiting for the next witness who did not show up. They're not sure if she's going to show up now. They think it will be after lunch, but it's always a gamble. Let's see. I'm trying to read this message here. Not sure who it's from. Is there a way to recover an old email account if you no longer have the same computer or phone number? Yes. Yes. A lot of the recovery depends on the system. A lot of the recovery systems, the email platforms will have different methods of recovery, and you can choose an alternate method. It helps to know the password. That's the number one way. So if you can guess the password correctly, if you remember like it was one of these three and work through it meticulously, that would be good. Have not used the hot tub because right now it's just a cold wading pool. There's no power going to it. I did open up the circuit breaker to the hot tub and found that's where the wasps have been nesting. Did not get stung, but that was just sheer luck. There's a big wasp nest in there. And, court's happening.
Stipulate to the presence of the panel?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, everyone. Please be
Will you
seated.
call the next witness?
Tracy Torres McGlory.
Tracy Torres McGlory or something similar to that. Let me switch to this audio really quickly because, well, that's no good. Try to get everything synced up. The best sound for you. Just one second.
Does the state stipulate to the presence of the panel?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, everyone. Please be
Will you
seated.
call the next witness?
Tracy Torres McGlory.
The audio's off here. I'm going to get it synced up. Just one second.
Tracy Torres.
Interesting striped tie, the black and purple.
Please watch your step. And if you'll remain standing, raise your right hand and face clerk, please.
You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You may be seated. Please state and spell your first and last name for the record.
TRACYMIGLIORE.
Does that match up pretty good?
Thank you. Ma'am, you also go by, is it McGlory?
Just go by McGlory, yes.
Okay. Turning your attention back to September of 2022. Did you see something on TV that caused you to call the police?
Yes.
Do you recall what the circumstances were and what you saw on TV that caused you to call police?
The description of the person I seen in the park.
Okay.
What they were wearing stood out.
And did you see video on TV concerning a crime in reference to a journalist, and you saw clips of that and you said, I recognize that person?
Yes.
If I may turn your attention, and for the record, this is State's Exhibit 338. This is the press release that was released on September 5th, 2022. It's not playing.
Rare appearance by second chair counsel.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Was that the clip that you had seen on TV?
Yes.
And as a result of seeing this clip, did you call the police?
Yes.
Now, you had testified, get this to stop, that you had seen something that gave rise to concern because you had seen this individual previously.
That's correct.
Where was it that you saw what you believed was this individual?
At Bruce Trent Park?
Bruce Trent Park?
Yes.
That's in Clark County, Nevada?
Yes.
Is Bruce Trent Park off of Vegas Drive in Rampart?
That's correct.
When did you see this individual?
It was about 4:30 in the evening.
Okay. And what date do you recall?
It was on the 28th of August.
So that would have been a Sunday.
That's correct.
And about 4:30.
Yes.
I'm going to show you what, if we could have marked as defense exhibit Y2. And this will be admitted by stipulation?
Sure.
I'm going to show you, and if I can get the Elmo up.
This trial should wrap up towards the end of this week.
Is this right here, Bruce Trent Park? I showed you this prior to your testimony.
Yes, you did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's the park you were at?
That's correct.
Now, is this the Summerlin Park? Is there like a soccer park complex there?
Yes, I believe there's for softball and maybe ice skating, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Just other things.
So when you saw this person, it was Sunday, August 28th, 2022. Was it warm outside?
Very warm. Okay.
And anything catch your attention concerning this individual that you saw?
Yes, yes.
What did you see, please?
I seen somebody that was fully covered from head to toe and wearing black gloves. Yes.
Did this individual have tennis shoes on?
Yes.
You have to speak up.
Yes, yes.
Did this individual have a straw hat on like the one that we saw in that clip?
Yes, sir.
And where did you see this person at this Bruce Trent Park?
I seen him walking across the children's play area.
Okay.
And I seen him enter the men's restroom.
If I could have what's going to be marked and admitted by stipulation, defense exhibit.
So I need more facts. Is this another sighting?
Is this the bathroom in this Bruce Trent Park?
Yes, sir.
How long was this person around this bathroom?
He went in and then he came out, and then he went back in.
And you say he, how do you know that it was a male versus a female?
I can tell by the way he walked.
Okay. Did you interact with this person, speak to this person?
No, I did not.
Were you concerned regarding the way this person looked in reference to your grandchildren or those that you were with?
Yes, I was very concerned for the children in the park.
Now, you didn't call the police on August 28th, this Sunday, when you saw this person.
No, I did not.
But you called the police after you saw this person again on September 5th for this release. It was a Metro press release concerning a suspect.
Yes, I saw it.
And did you call and give the same description, these same concerns when you called? And let me ask you this, it was on September 7th, wasn't it, that you called?
Yes.
Were you ever interviewed by any detectives or any police officers in reference to this person that you saw?
No.
Did this person also have a bag?
Yes.
Do you recall what type of bag this person had?
A duffel bag?
A duffel bag. Do you recall the color?
It was black?
A black duffel bag.
Yes.
Was this person's face covered?
Yes.
With gloves?
With gloves?
Yes, I'm asking you, this person have gloves?
Oh, he had gloves on, but his face was covered with a mask.
Okay.
You know, like a COVID mask.
And you were able on August 28th to get a good look of this person's getup?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
You got a good view of this person?
Yes.
You were close enough. About how far were you? From me to you, farther? What was your vantage point?
Probably where the officer is at the back door.
Okay. Good 30 feet?
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
At one point, I was that far. He was that far from me, but as he went into the men's restroom, I was closer. I could see him a lot closer.
You never spoke to him?
No.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Okay.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi.
Let's talk about, this is Defense Exhibit 22. I think you just said that you at one point were about 30.
Sorry, for the record, that's ZZ.
ZZ, thank you. I believe you said at one point you were like 30 feet from this individual?
Yes.
And so can you, there's a mouse in front of you. Do you see that on the table?
Okay.
Are you able to kind of indicate where you were and where that person was?
I see a guy in the trees back there. Do you see that?
So, if I may ask, is the right side the women's bathroom and the left side is the men's restroom?
So I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to give you answers, but maybe you could just point out where you were.
Okay. I was actually, I'm gonna say it was about kind of like back over here.
Okay, so in the image, sort of the lower right corner in that sand area, is that yes? I'm
Yes,
sorry.
please.
And the individual was closer, I assume, to the structure?
Yes.
And which side of the structure was the individual on?
On the men's side.
Okay, and whatever side that is?
Yes.
And do you recall now which side that was?
I'm trying to identify the park because I've been to this park several times and I'm trying to identify what side the men's restroom is on. It's not really clear, you know.
Okay, so you can't, I mean...
It's hard to tell.
You've been to that park, but you can't tell by this photo where you were? Or which side, I guess, is the men's side?
Why does the photo look photoshopped in the middle?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's way far over here is the men's side.
Okay, so then to the other side of the picture.
Yes.
And then you're, as I understood you, and correct me if I'm wrong, you were more in the sand area in the lower right part of the picture?
Yes.
Okay, and so did that distance ever get closer?
Yes, because he walked across the children's playground area to the men's restroom.
Okay, so
I've seen him from far away, and it concerned me when I first saw him, but then when he walked across the playground to the men's restroom, that concerned me even more.
Okay. Now, the person that you saw, you assume male because of how the person walked?
Yes.
How tall was the person?
I'd say about 5'9", 5'8", 5'9".
5'8" or 5'9". Yeah. And we said that you believed the person was male. It sounds like the person had gloves on, and then I think I heard you say a face covering as well?
Yes.
So I would assume you don't know what that person's face looks like.
Well, I seen his face when he was running.
Okay.
So
tell me about that.
So when I left the park with my granddaughter, I went around the corner up Durango. Let's see. So there's Rampart, and then there's another side, which is Durango.
Okay.
So I went up Durango towards West Cliff, I believe it is. And I seen him running up, running towards another park that's down the other way. But as he was running, his hat was coming off, and his hoodie was coming off, and he didn't have his face mask on.
Okay.
But he looked like a light-skinned male bald.
Light-skinned male bald?
Yeah.
And you said there was a hoodie as well?
That's correct.
What color was that hoodie?
I believe it was a dark gray.
Dark gray.
Yeah.
And then the build of the person, would you say heavy build, medium build?
Thin.
Thin?
Yeah.
And when you see his face, how far away are you at that point?
Well, I'm driving, and he's running on the sidewalk. So
Okay.
I'd say about maybe 30 feet.
Okay, 30 feet.
Maybe less. I don't know.
Was your car actually moving?
Yes, it was moving.
Okay, so you're in kind of a moving car, and then you observe him the second
I
time?
was going slow, yes.
Yeah.
Just to see, yeah.
Okay.
I believe her.
And the person, as I understand it, caused you concern, but you didn't really see the person do anything except run and kind of walk across the children's playground?
Yes.
Okay. And when you saw the individual in the park when you weren't in your car, the person had gloves on?
Yes.
And then tennis shoes?
Correct.
And walked, I guess, looking at this exhibit, is the children's park to the right side?
What was the time frame on this?
It's just depending on what street you're on. If you're on Vegas, you're looking at the splash pad and the men's restroom. If you're on Rampart, you're going to be looking at the actual whole playground, and you'll see the side of the women's bathroom.
Okay. And does this exhibit that we have in front of you, does that not give you enough detail to be able to orient on where that playground might be?
No, it doesn't give me enough detail.
Okay.
Because then it's kind of hard to determine my distance.
I can see the splash pad from here.
Especially because we were at the splash pad at one point.
Okay.
And we walked away from the splash pad because of that.
Okay. And then when you saw the person near the men's restroom, the individual walked in and walked out?
Yes.
How long was the person in the restroom?
Just for a second.
A second?
Walked in, yeah. I'd say maybe like 5 seconds, and then walked out.
Okay. And you see all this on August the 28th?
That's correct.
And obviously nothing about it on August the 28th caused you concern, right? I mean, to call the police, I should say.
It did, but I think I was just trying to process it because I was a little creeped out by it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what made you, like, when you say, like, creeped out on August the 28th?
It didn't look right. Something looked very eerie about the whole thing,
Okay.
especially the way he was moving his hands.
And
That frightened me, and especially because the children were there was a lot of kids at the playground that day.
Okay. So you were concerned about this person, like, immediately when you saw him on August the 28th?
Yes.
And then you get in the car with the children that are with you, and then you see him again running?
What day was the murder?
Yes.
What was he doing that caused you concern when he was running?
I don't know. I think it was just seeing him walking the way he did, and then seeing him running. It made me think something happened or something was happening. I didn't know. I was more concerned he was going to go to another park, and I don't know. I was just scared for the kids. That's all.
You were scared for the kids. Did you ever see him interact with a kid?
No, nothing. At all.
And when you say, like, you were concerned about the way he was walking, what about that caused you concern?
Something just didn't look right about it.
Okay. And was it, like, because the person was walking fast or slow, or?
Well, first of all, he was completely covered with gloves on in the heat that way. Mm-hmm. He didn't look like a homeless man.
Sure.
So that's what caught
The
my
clothing.
attention. It caught my attention, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so were you, based on what you saw on August the 28th, did you think about calling the police and reporting this person?
No, it didn't dawn on me just yet what was going on. I kind of like just let it be. I know I wasn't really thinking something was going to happen, you know.
Okay. And so it's sometime after that you see the public information video sent out by Metro?
Yes.
Do you remember what date you saw that?
I believe it was the 7th.
The 7th of September?
I believe so.
Okay, so
Well, she's got something
What
to
do you
refresh her.
have up there?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was just my notes of the date.
Oh.
Of the date.
May I
I'm
have
sorry.
a copy of those, please, Your Honor?
Sure. If you want to
Thank you.
Yes. Now we get a copy of the notes. What? She's never been to court before. This might be interesting. So a couple days before the murder, this woman says she sees
Can I?
somebody dressed exactly the same.
And then I'll give them back
No
to you.
worries. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So these notes that you gave me on this piece of paper, did you type these?
Actually, my husband did.
Okay.
But
It was sort of based on what you were
it
saying?
was based on the police report that I made. Yes. Based on the police report that I made.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at some point, it looks like on your notes, it says Wednesday 9/7 at 7:43 p.m.
Okay.
Is that the date
That's
you called
the
the
date,
police?
yes.
Okay. And so you reported, you saw something on TV, and then you make the report after that?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
And then did your husband just write these in order for you to keep your memory to sort of, I guess?
To help me because it was 2022, so
Yeah.
it was a little foggy from that point,
Okay.
yeah.
And then, so did you kind of, it seems like you explained exactly what you just testified to
Yes.
this afternoon?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. And then after you made your report of the sighting to the police, it's my understanding that you weren't talked to?
No.
Okay. And did you ever make like any kind of follow-up call?
No.
Did you ever see this person in the area of that park again?
No. I hadn't gone back to that park for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not just at the park, but anywhere? Had you ever seen the person
Never.
again?
No.
Never? Okay. So the one time you see this person is on August the 28th?
That's correct.
And how long total time do you think you had to observe the person?
About 30 minutes.
Okay.
Possibly.
So quite a bit of time.
In between that time, yeah. It was in between that time of 30 minutes because I had to have my granddaughter home at 5.
Okay.
So we were kind of rushing, trying to play and get her home.
Yeah.
So
Did you think because of the outfit the person might have been a worker or a groundskeeper, or
it did not look like that at all.
because the outfit looked different than that to you, or?
He looked very peculiar. I don't know.
Peculiar?
Yeah,
Okay.
just
Was there reflection
something didn't
on
seem
the
right.
clothing? Was the clothing reflective?
no.
There was no reflective
No.
clothing on at all? Okay. And then just sort of the hat that you described?
Yes, and something just didn't seem right because that hoodie was very tight on his face.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's a hoodie and then a hat on top of that?
Yes.
Okay. And that hoodie, I think you described as sort of darker color?
Yes.
And then you see that when he's running and the hat comes up a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was coming off.
Okay,
as he was running.
just 1 sec, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Your Honor, may I approach? I'd like to return her notes to her.
Sure, do you want to mark it and make it part of the record?
If that's okay with the witness and counsel, that's fine.
Do you mind if we mark it and make it part of the record? Or do you
So-
want a copy of it?
I don't mind.
Is it? It's not clear. Was he wearing the
Yeah.
orange coat,
May I
or
approach?
was it a hoodie? Was it the hoodie and the orange coat?
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Drexler?
Hoodie was tight on his
Ma'am,
face but
I
fell
have no
down.
further
on his-
questions. Thank
Okay.
you for your
Am I
testimony.
done?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just make sure. Thank you very much for your testimony here today. You may step down. And you'll excuse me your subpoena. Thank you very much for being here. And you will call your next witness.
Your Honor, the second witness we were going to call, Ms. Loftus, had a flight delay. It's the way things work out. She was coming early. If there's a flight delay, she's not going to be here until late this afternoon. We'd anticipate calling her in the morning. And there's
Settle
another
that.
issue concerning a witness that I believe that we were going to address at the
Sure.
present.
Sure. Can I just have the attorneys approach so we
Absolutely.
can decide time tomorrow?
Yeah.
What a day, huh? The morning we got one professional expert witness who I don't think helped very much. And now we have this second witness, and I have to ask myself, why did defense call this? Unless the time frame she's saying she saw this this person at who seems to fit by every description, Mr. What the state says Mr. Tellis was wearing. Why did they call him unless they have like some evidence that proves he was somewhere else at the same time that this person was cited? Okay, it's got to be. I mean, this has got to be sort of like, well, this is my alibi. The real killer was over at the park, running in and out of the bathroom at the time. Dress rehearsal, practice run.
Okay, at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to conclude for the day. During this recess, you're admonished not to discuss or communicate with anyone, including your fellow jurors, in any way regarding the case or its merits, either by voice, phone, email, text, internet, or other means of communication, or social media, or read, watch, or listen to any news or media accounts or commentary about the case. Do any research, consult dictionaries, the internet, or reference materials. Do any investigation, test a theory, recreate any aspect of the case, or in any other way investigate or learn about the case on your own, or form or express any opinion regarding the case until it is finally submitted to you. We'll be in recess till tomorrow morning at 10:30. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, for asking
Wow. That's how the day ends. That is crazy. I don't know what. How was that good for defense? First of all, it's starting tomorrow. It should start to get a lot more witnesses. Is there a reward offered maybe? Is there some sort of incentive for her to testify? Okay, first of all, let me say this. Problems I see with her testimony. I said initially I believe her. She has a believable style. Problem I see, her husband wrote things because she couldn't remember it was foggy. We need to talk to the husband, okay? Let's start with that. Second thing, she remembered every detail of the outfit. The dark bag, the black gloves, the surgical mask, the hat, the coat, the hoodie. Almost always, witnesses get something wrong, right? The perspective was different. The shadows were different. They'll call a different, they'll see it differently. They'll perceive it differently because of the environment they're in. She sort of nailed it like perfectly. This is exactly what I saw, mirror image. It was just at the park on this day. It wasn't reflective. That was wrong. I would say wrong, but I'm not clear. Did she really say it was an orange jacket or was it a hoodie? I don't know if she said orange jacket or hoodie, but it seems suspicious. But even if it was right, it's a couple days before. We know that there was some stakeout type surveillance going on the part of Mr. Tellis. So why could this not just be, hey, I planned it for this day, didn't happen. Maybe we'll wait for the next day. Is that a possibility? I don't know. It is weird. I have a lot of questions, and here we are, finally ending the day at a reasonable time for the East Coasters, but we've had very little trial to share with you all. We've had 2 witnesses today. That's it. Hoodie under the jacket. That must have been so stinking hot to sit out there in the sun and just wait for half an hour. He must have been like sweating puddles. Practice run to throw away the knife. Where's the park? Hey, that is a great question. Let me go back and see the park. And what was the name of the... Let's see. What was the name of the street? It was a Bronze Circle, right? I think it was Bronze Circle. Let's go back on 8. Just 1 second. I'm trying to find the... Need the map on the screen. We only got half an hour of trial. Okay, pause. Bruce Trent Park. Bruce Trent Park is what we're looking for. So let me do some mapping here. They're 6 minutes apart. 6 minutes from Bronze Circle to Bruce Trent Park. Huh. That's pretty dang close. It's 2.4 miles. 2.4 miles. We're not supposed to do any research. I'm sorry. I have a hard time following instructions, Schmoopy. I botched that one up. 6 minutes driving. Obviously, 2.4 miles. I think that's about 3 years walking in the Las Vegas heat, because you have to stop and take breaks and cool down. Probably a dry run on a day that they had surveillance on him. Did they do surveillance on the 28th? They would have seen him if they did surveillance. All right. There we have it. That's how we end the day in court today. Trial run to get rid of clothes and weapon. Apparently there's no cameras there. I'm just going to do a quick Google Earth view. Let me see if I can bring you guys along. Let's go up right here. Turn that off. Oops. Turn that off. Go full screen here. Let's go to camera 3. Do some sleuthing. What the judge told us not to do. So here's Bronze Circle right over here, and it is a straight shot. Out the neighborhood, hang a left, down the road, there's Bruce Trent Park. It's not the closest park. We've got the soccer complex closer. But if we take a look here at the park, there it is. Oh, we can even see the restrooms. Okay, let's do this. Show me a street view. Right over here. Please. Did I not ask nicely? Street view. Now I dropped myself down somewhere I don't want to be. Okay. Right. Let's go in the park. How about up here? I guess everyone's trying to do the same thing. Google's going very slowly. Okay. Where's our park? Is that it? Let's go for a drive. Let's walk through. Might be over there. I think we need to be over there. How do we hop, skip, and jump? I've got to get off this road and onto the other one. So that means we've got to be right here. Farmers Market. I think it's right here. Those are the tennis courts. All right, we've got a splash pad. What are we looking for? Let's drive this way. Drive with me if we will. We're gonna get dizzy a little bit. Oh, there we go. Here we go. We're up here. All right, so here we have a playground on one side and the looks like a splash pad on the other, maybe. This is the splash pad. Yeah, that little blue fence, that's the splash pad. The view we saw looks like it was the side from right over here. Let's go over a little bit. Maybe zoom in. That's an awful picture. So there's we've got close parking. I'm not seeing camera systems. Wait, what's this? Is that a bird? Yeah, that's a bird. That's not a camera. I'm not seeing cameras in here. I don't see any on the structure itself. Yep. Interesting. And I'm looking around, at least on this day, we don't have a red Yukon XL here either. So I know. I believe her now. I believe her. I think her story might have been adjusted a little bit. Why is that not on? There we go. A trial run. She drove away with her grandchild. You sure the picture wasn't inverted? The pool was on the right in their photo. I don't think so. It had those tan bars, which is the shade structure over the playground. Could have been the practice run. I'm thinking practice run sounds right. Need to check his phone records for that afternoon. Should still have everything to run tests on. Don't think she's wrong, but the story doesn't help. Here's what I'll say. I'd be willing to go back. I have no idea what day that picture was taken. That could have been a year before or a year later. I think the woman saw what she said she saw, but might have made her comments fit what she thought it was. Does that make sense? That afterwards she saw this man walk in. She's like, yeah, it looked just like that. And then she filled in the details. Confirmation bias. Very common with witnesses. I don't think she's intentional. I don't think she's trying to seek fame. I don't think she's trying to, get her 5 minutes. I think she didn't want to be there, honestly. She was as confused by the process as anything else. Helps if they had eyes on Telus that day and this was someone else. I guess we're going to hear from that later on if the state wants to connect those things, but I just don't know. They had eyes on him on the 1st, 31st, 30th, 29th, 28th. Could have been, but I don't know how long they were doing surveillance. It was an amateur move to drive his personal car. I wonder how the state's going to use this. At the end of all this, the state's going to make closing arguments, and they're going to put together their theory based on evidence, and it's got to add up. Amber, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. It's a short.
I'm going to make this really, really, really quick. Do we still have a live feed from court?
No. Why?
We don't? Anywhere? Nowhere?
Do you want me to?
There are things happening in court.
No live feed. Let me check.
Man.
Checking all 3 of them. Nope, no live feed. The 3 I was monitoring don't have live.
Sucks.
They're talking about witness issues.
Check. Yeah. And Vanessa just tweeted something out about the defense lawyer saying, let Tellez testify to get the documents in. So I'm like, go to court, go to court.
They have stopped
go look
the
at
feed.
Vanessa's tweet.
Okay, let me pull up Vanessa's tweets real quick. Give me your last name one more time, Vanessa.
Vanessa Murphy.
I got her right here. Day 7. Let me see if I can pull this up on. Well, so y'all can see it. Just one second. This is always sketchy because almost anything can pop up here, but we'll give it a try. Who knows? All right. So Vanessa Murphy, this is her. She's a reporter that was in court. That's her, trial day 7. She's given her update there. Let's see, another matter. Prosecutors asking why a document that could be used for defense is relevant. Draskovich, that's the defense lawyer, says it's relevant for when Telus testifies. Judge will address this and other documents like it at the time, not now. Draskovich says, allow Mr. Telus to testify and then make ruling about whether documents are relevant. Judge, I believe judge excluded only 1 document so far. Trial is expected to last 2 weeks. This is week 2. She's got some great updates. She's sitting right behind Mr. Telus, and that was her outfit she was wearing today. So if you want to follow Vanessa Murphy on X, if you have that, that would be a great place to watch. And look, Danny on Direct is here talking about this trial as well, live on X. So more fun stuff. All right.
I'm hanging up now.
Okay.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. We'll see you. All right. With that said, we're done for the day. I know it's only 3:18 Mountain Time, but it's 5:18 Eastern Time. I have to make that bed right back here before Mrs. Array finds out. You guys see my Care Bear. Fun fact. Everyone in my family, all the siblings, have a Care Bear that normally hangs in their car, like a rearview mirror thing, which I think is illegal. Can somebody clarify? I think it's illegal to have anything hanging from your rearview mirror while you're driving, but I've never been stopped for it. It sits in front. I can barely see it. It's covered up and it just hangs there. I got the Lucky the Bear is mine right here, because I don't know. I guess metal detecting. That's it. But I brought it with me to put in the car because it was in our other car. Not illegal based on size. Good. It is illegal. It's illegal, but I do it. All right. I'm not sure how to take the nickname Chat Mom. You don't take it. It was given to you. It was given to you. All right, we're going to wrap up for today. Tomorrow should be a lot longer day. Expect to put in more hours in court with more witnesses and more drama, with the possibility of the eventuality of Tellis testifying. This is going to be nuts when he takes the stand. This is going to be great. All right, short day today. Apologize for that. Nothing much I could do, but we'll try again tomorrow and see what happens. Tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love. Smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better, and please stay safe till we go live again. Tomorrow morning, we'll do a little court hopping again. Court starts at 10:30 Mountain, 10:30 Pacific, which is 11 Mountain, 12 Central, 1 Eastern. Is that right? I think so. It's a long one. Look at that. It is beautiful outside still. I'm going to run outside and catch some rays, maybe do a little metal detecting. The family's already gone to Amazon. I have to tell Mrs. R.A. to call Diet Coke Mama. Don't let me forget that. So I just want to sit in the hot tub. No, I have to clean the hot tub. So I might do that and then metal detect. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for everything. We will be back with all our friends, same time, same place tomorrow for the fun, what is close to be the finale of this case. From Dark Night in Northumberland, good night and a good luck. See you all tomorrow. Thank you very much, Mike W. Appreciate you. Thank you very much for your support. Makes sense, but it's right. Makes no sense, but it's right. Alrighty, that's all. Oh, you guys aren't seeing the chats. I'm reading them, and I was putting them on screen, I promise. I think I'm going to be on a little bit earlier tomorrow. I'm over my Mountain Dew hangover. So you guys have a good night. We'll see you early tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Alex stole it.